Which NBA free agents are actually going to change teams this summer? I'm Trevor Lane. Make sure you subscribe right here to the channel. So NBA free agency is one of the most exciting times of the year. It kicks off at the end of the month, and there's some big names that could be out there on the market. LeBron James, Paul George, James Harden, Tyrese Maxey. But the problem is none of these guys are expected to actually switch teams. Of that group, maybe Paul George, but even that's a long shot. I think the Clippers are going to pay what it takes to keep him. So which players could actually relocate this summer? Here's my top 5 that are out there on the market in no particular order. Starting things off, it's New Orleans Pelicans big man Jonas Valanciunas. Now, I think he has lost a step this season. The Pelicans, they appear ready to make some significant changes around Zion Williamson. Wouldn't shock me to see Brandon Ingram shipped out as the team looks to balance out their roster a little bit this summer. Valanciunas, we saw him get played off the floor a few times for the Pels, but there's enough teams out there looking for a big, bruising, physical center, and that's exactly what Valanciunas still is, even at 32 years old, that I think he's going to be in demand out there on the market. Next guy that we're looking at, it is Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the Denver Nuggets. I am absolutely fascinated with this situation. KCP is a player who the Denver Nuggets would love to hang on to. He's one of the better 3-and-D guards in the league, shot 40% from deep last season. But the problem for Denver, it is the new CBA. If they keep Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, almost certainly they will be a Tier 2 apron team, which means the Denver Nuggets will not be able to aggregate salaries in a trade. They will not be able to take in any extra money in a deal more than they send out. They will only be able to sign players, free agents, to veteran minimum contracts, in addition to other restrictions that they'll be faced with. So keeping Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, this is going to be a big early test of the new, more punitive collective bargaining agreement that the NBA has created. It's very possible the Denver Nuggets will have to make a painful choice and let KCP walk away, in which case there will be plenty of suitors out there on the market. Next player, it's D'Angelo Russell. Actually had a great season for the Lakers. Had a career low in turnovers, career high in three-point percentage, averaged 18 points per game and 6.3 assists. These are fantastic numbers. So why are people in general so down on D'Angelo Russell? Well, it's because once again, he struggled in the postseason. He's simply not that athletic of a player. And so when the intensity of the game picks up, he seems to struggle in playoff basketball. However, he is the kind of guy that can help you out quite a bit during the regular season. Teams like the Orlando Magic have already been connected to him. D'Angelo Russell has a player option for this summer, widely expected to opt out. And the Lakers, should they hang on to him or should he pick up this player option, they most likely will find themselves restricted by the salary cap tiers. They will certainly be a Tier 1 team. So there is some added flexibility for LA if D'Angelo Russell were to walk away in free agency, and there's plenty of questions about whether or not he is the ideal backcourt pairing with Austin Reeves. So D'Angelo Russell, another player who could be very attainable out there on the free agent market. Another player we need to talk about, it's Malik Monk for the Sacramento Kings. Quickly making a name for himself as one of, if not the best, sixth men in the NBA. He's been absolutely phenomenal for the Kings, lighting it up on a nightly basis, averaging 15 points and a really impressive more than 5 assists per game. But he will be in high demand. And a team like the Orlando Magic, who I mentioned with D'Angelo Russell, they just may find themselves enamored with a player like Malik Monk. Just 26 years old, extremely explosive. He's going to have a really nice market out there, despite the fact that the Sacramento Kings would love to hang on to him. Last player on the list, it's Miles Bridges, who was absolutely fantastic for the Charlotte Hornets last season, averaging 21 points, 7 boards, 3.3 assists. He's just 26 years old, has had some off-court issues, but Miles Bridges is an extremely talented player. How available will he actually be? That's going to be interesting because he had some really strong comments at his exit interview about wanting to stay with the Charlotte Hornets, believing they're a team that stood by him and he wants to reward that by sticking around. But if another team comes in with a big offer, might that get Miles Bridges to say see you later to the Hornets? So of the 5 players that I named, who do you hope your team is going to land in free agency? Let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe right here to the channel. Until next time, see ya and stay safe.